So, all right, just a pivot real quick, man. We got to talk a little bit about Wack 100, man. Initially, when when the thug thing was going on, DJ Academics actually asked him about it. He didn't want to go on record and, quote unquote, his words, disrespect Thug by calling him a rat based on a relationship that they had. Later on, he began to be vocal about it, whatever. But now, Wack comes out with the New Testament of the streets, the 12 commandments of the YN, where he revising the street code.
Right.
So we just gonna go off back with the disclaimer. He said this is cultural commentary. No, we ain't gonna go with the disclaimer. We gonna go with the introduction. As the Bible has the army of the Lord, so the YNs created the army of the streets. These are their commandments, not of righteousness, but of survival, wit, and hustle. Every soldier in these streets lives by some kind of code. The OGs had theirs. The YNs built new ones. Here they are, written as doctrine for the soldiers of the pavement. So now let's go. Rule number 1. You can snitch on somebody who snitches on you first. A soldier is not bound by loyalty once betrayal has been committed against him. If another soldier breaks the oath, the covenant is void. The OG doctrine was, once upon a time, telling was eternal shame. Now the YNs call it balance, an eye for an eye, in paperwork. What you think about that?
Well, so let me just be absolutely clear. What Wack did, or what he's attempting to do, or what he's just simply articulating is what the fuck is happening out here in the streets, right? This is what's actually going on. In real life, in real time, this is how people feel. This is how people are operating. So all he's doing is just examining what we see going on and then say, hey, if that's what y'all gonna do, let's just give some definition to it and call it what it is.
Yeah. Because this is the active. This is what's going on.
He ain't make that shit up.
Yeah, right.
No, this is what's going on. So since this is what it is, since y'all trying to pick and choose, and he's a picker and chooser himself. Since y'all trying to pick and choose, and y'all trying to redefine what it is, because there's always been nuances to ratting, bro. Ratting ain't just, well, if you say anything to the police, if you say anything besides get my lawyer, you a rat. That ain't what ratting is. Ratting is providing substantive information about criminal behavior about somebody else, whether it leads to them getting locked up or not. If you're giving police some information with the intent or with the mindset of trying to get a motherfucker locked up, then you are, in effect, cooperating with the police, and that makes you a snitch. You got some motherfuckers who believe if you allow yourself to be interviewed by the police, if you trying to make it juicy, or if you know you ain't did it, you know what I'm saying? There's other motherfuckers involved. If you talking to them about anything, then you a snitch. That ain't true either, right? Motherfuckers have conversations with the police all the time. The Lucky Lucianos, the Bumpy Johnsons, they had police on their payroll.
Yeah.
Right? They had them on their payroll until they got so hot to where that payroll didn't mean anything, and police took their hands off of them, and it was what it was. Having a conversation with the police don't make you no motherfucking rat. Especially when you're not giving up any information that you're not cooperating with them trying to get the motherfucker knocked down. They ain't no motherfucker. The police are human beings too, bro.
Right.
The biggest misconception is if you have, my nigga, where do you think the police come from? The police come from where we come from.
The community.
They come from the community.
People. Yeah, because the whole thing is like you ain't even supposed to have I know some people where it's like, bro, you ain't supposed to have a conversation. They ain't supposed to be. You know what I mean? Nothing. It's like, damn, these people are regular, you know what I mean? People like us.
Okay, so watch this. Up until in Detroit, up until the Dennis Archer administration, if the civil servants who operated in law enforcement had to live in the city of Detroit, all the police, everybody who worked for the city of Detroit, whether it's the mayor's office or city council, they had to maintain a residence in the city of Detroit. So that meant that most of our police were even the ones who came from up north, Petoskey, because they take a lot of these white boys, they ain't from Detroit. They from Petoskey, Gaylord, shit up north in the upper Lower Peninsula, in the upper peninsula. So that's why you have so much racial division, even inside the police department with the officers, right? Because a lot of them white boys, they shipping down here to become Detroit police, they hate niggas to begin with, right? So the whole thing is that the police used to be a part of the community. You used to live next door to the motherfuckers who possibly or potentially could committed the crime. We know police, bro. If anybody who say they don't know police in the city of Detroit, all the street niggas know police. You would be a fool if you operate in the street, whether you selling dope or whether you doing some other crazy ass shit, right? The most successful amongst the street niggas in the city of Detroit
is the ones that got a decent
are the ones
rapport.
Who have a relationship and a rapport.
Even if
police.
it's, hey, how you doing, brother?
Hey, come on, bro. You think the police don't know who's selling dope, bro? Niggas in total on everything. Niggas know what route niggas running. Niggas know niggas going to KY, the 10, West V, Ojai. Niggas, the police know all that because so many niggas have gotten caught up who didn't have no intestinal fortitude and told everything.
Yeah.
So now it's just about getting away with it. The police job is to catch criminals. Your job, if you operating in the criminal atmosphere, is to avoid getting caught.
Right.
So I don't hate you, motherfucker. I know what it is.
For sure.
I'm trying to get my money and I'm trying to avoid your bitch ass.
For sure. But I did want to get your perspective on that, though. You can snitch on somebody. We're going to run through them, and I just want to get you can snitch on somebody if they snitch on you. Yes or no?
Well, that's a bad motherfucker.
That is.
So the whole thing is, so let's say if me and you, we go out and rob a motherfucker. And the motherfucker say, I didn't do it, he did it. You still not supposed to say a motherfucking thing. You find yourself in a situation where you can be sitting in somebody's jail. Because what happens is you're supposed to look at your associations. Most motherfuckers who get told on, bro, they know their mans was weak. They knew their man had that in them. You know what I'm saying? So then it becomes a situation where you're supposed to hold it down because you should have took better care of the people you were associating with. When you associate with a motherfucker who breaks down on you, most motherfuckers are not really surprised because they knew that nigga was a bitch anyway.
But what if it's two street dudes, though? Like, what if it's like, I'm a street dude, you a street dude. We get pop. I know some stuff about you that's beyond, because I can't tell on you about the same. I'ma still do time. Mm-hmm. At that point, snitching doesn't absolve you from your freedom. It just, you really burying yourself by, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But let's say it's a situation where we both in the streets, boom, I know stuff about you that you ain't got caught for. You snitch on me about something. Do I got the right to snitch on you about some whole other stuff to get free?
That's a whole lot of snitching, bro. That's a whole lot of snitching. Now, if you ask me my personal opinion, once it all comes out and I see that dog broke bad on dog, right? I might not give him carte blanche, or I might not give him just a general reprieve for that.
Yeah.
But do I understand? Yeah, I understand. I ain't saying it's right, but I understand. Yeah. See, there's certain things that are true, right? Whether we like them or not, or whether we like it or not. There's certain things about this street shit that is true. That don't mean we gotta like it.
Yeah.
I would be able to understand. Once you explain to me, what took place and how dog tried to jam you, and you say, okay, well, he tried to jam me, so I tried to jam him back. I might not like it, but I'll be able to understand it.
Yeah, which was kind of like, to some degree, and me personally, I ain't in the streets, I really don't care, but in terms of 6ix9ine, like that was the discrepancy with his situation.
It's not a discrepancy, because 6ix9ine is not a street motherfucker. I don't get they built up a little Puerto Rican kid.
Yeah.
And turned him into that.
But to the degree of him being betrayed by the guys trying to get with his baby mama and kidnapping him and things like that. And so now he in this situation and he tells on them based on that.
I can go down with the niggas who tried to do all this harm to me. And I was already loyal to them by giving them money. They helped me, I helped them. Mm-hmm. But then come to find out, the whole time they looked at me like I was a mark and a lame, and they was trying to do everything in their power to try to fuck over me and use me, right? Mm-hmm. 6ix9ine was a civilian, bro. He was running around with motherfuckers who made him into that. He was never cut like that. He was never gonna stand on none of that shit. And that's what I'm talking about motherfuckers taking responsibility for the associations they have and understanding that if he break bad, you knew he was gonna break bad because you know he ain't cut like that. All the go to Chicago and pull up and talking that shit about Dirk and all the rest of the motherfuckers, that was all shit they inspired him to do.
Not stuff that he wanted to do.
Nah, he wasn't on no shit like that.
Now, this is an interesting one, number 3, and I don't want to go through all of them. I do actually want to go through all of them, but I know we ain't got, there's 12 of them.
I got time.
Okay, so but I'm going to jump to number 3. A man has 72 hours to take his case of his actions led to another being arrested. So basically, Wack is saying in that rule, if me and you in the car, you know, somebody in the car, whatever the case may be, boom, it's really your gun, but the police got him. You got 72 hours to come forward, you get what I'm saying, to take responsibility for your actions. If you don't come in them 72 hours.
I can say it was your shit.
Exactly.
You can't do that. Because that's your man. You with him. Don't get in the car with a motherfucker, right, without understanding their politics. You not in the car. If me and you in the car together, if I got a jammy, excuse me, if I got some fire on me, you know I got some fire on me. If you don't, and you know I'm a street nigga, right? If you know I've been robbing, stealing, drilling, and all that other kind of shit, and you get in the car with me, you are saying that you acknowledge, and you are registering in your own mind that I'm a street nigga, so the possibility or the chances of us getting caught up in some drama or the police get jumping on us, you're acknowledging. Now, if you don't know nothing about it, and you're a civilian, you Johnny Civilian, and it happens, and you get caught up, and if you was to tell on me, I wouldn't be mad at you because you Johnny Civilian. But if me and you thugging together, right, and you know what's going on with me, and we get pulled over, something happened, you can't tell the motherfucker because you shouldn't have been with the nigga no way. And get in your own car.
That's